Important so far as various types of competitive exams are concerned, such as these questions are frequently asked in bank PO, SBA PO, IBPS RBI exams, MAT, CAT, SSC, CPO exams, RRB exams, Sub Inspector of Police, CBI, CPO, and various types of campus placement tests. Now let's start with the solutions. So one by one we will cover various solutions of these questions. Now first question was, as you see on the screen, consider the following inequalities. 2x minus 1 is greater than 7, 2x minus 9 is less than 1. Then we have to find the desired expression which satisfies the above conditions. So I think question is clear. Now let's go for the solution. Now first equation is given as 2x minus 1 is greater than 7. This implies 2x is greater than 8. This implies x is greater than 4. Similarly, second equation says 2x minus 9 is less than 1. This implies 2x is less than 10 and x is less than 5. So using equation 1 and 2, we can frame the x expression. Since equation 1 says x is greater than 4, so x is greater than 4, and equation 2 says x is less than 5, so x is less than 5. So the range we obtained as x lie between 4 and 5. So C is the right answer. I think this question is clear to everyone. Now let's move to the second question. A sum of money is to be distributed among P, Q, R and S in the proportion 5:2:4:3 respectively. If R gets 1000 more than S, what is the share of Q? So this is the question. Now let's move to the solution. First of all, what is given as PQRS? So these are basically 4 persons. So their ratio is given as 5:2:4:3. So we can assume that their share is 5x, 2x, 4x and 3x, right? Now also given that R and S are related as, since the condition is given as R gets 1000 more than S. So if S is getting 3x, then R is getting 4x. So the relation between 4x and 3x is 4x is equal to 3x plus 1000. So from here we get the value of x as 1000. Since we assumed Q, the share of Q as 2x, this implies by putting the value of x, we will get the value of share of Q. So that is 2000. So out of these 4 options, option D is the right answer. Now let's move to the third question. A trapezium has vertices marked as P, Q, R and S in that order anticlockwise. The side PQ is parallel to side SR. Further, it is given that PQ is equal to 11 and QR is equal to 4 cm, RS is equal to 6 cm and SP is equal to 3 cm. What is the shortest distance between PQ and SR in centimeters? So first of all, we have to proceed with the desired shape actually. So we will try to make one diagram out of this statement. So the condition is given that PQ is parallel to SR. So as you see on the screen, PQ is parallel to SR, right? Because it is a trapezium, 2 sides are in parallel. And since PQ is given as 11 centimeter, so PQ is 11 and QR is 4. PQ is 11 and SR is in parallel to that, and it is also given as 6. So this is 6, right? and QR is given as 4 centimeter. So QR is given as 4 centimeter and SP as 3 centimeter, right? Then what is the shortest distance between PQ and SR? So PQ and SR, so he is basically asking for distance X actually, because these two SR and PQ are parallel, so we can draw the perpendicular between these two, and that will signify the shortest distance between these two lines, right? So for the solution, how we will proceed? Let's move to the next slide. See here. So first of all, in triangle SPA, as you see here, SPA, so this is a right angle triangle, so we can apply the Pythagoras theorem here. Pythagorean theorem is basically perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. So perpendicular is x square, base is y square, and hypotenuse is 3 square. So from here we get the value of x as 3 square minus y square under root, right? Because this hypotenuse is given as 3, right? Similarly, in triangle RBQ, as you see here, RBQ, we can again apply a Pythagoras theorem. So x square is equal to x square, that is perpendicular square, plus base square. Now here this is there is basically a trick that since this is SR is 6, so we can take the projection of that is AB. So AB will be 6. So then the leftover portion will be actually 5, because 11 minus 6 is 5. So if PA is assumed as y, then naturally BQ will be 5 minus y. Now this is the trick. So we must know how to solve such type of questions, right? So 5 minus y is basically BQ. So x square plus 5 minus y whole square is equal to 4 square. So again we will get the relation of x as 4 square minus 5 minus y square under root. So this is our second equation. So again these are two equations which are representing the value of x. Now comparing 1 and 2. So by just comparing these two simple equations 1 and 2, we can easily get the value of y, that is 1.8. Now by putting y in any of these two equations, x or y, we can first or second equation we can get the value of x. So because we have to find out this shortest distance x. So by putting in first equation value of y, that is 3 square minus y square whole under root. So here y 9 minus 1.8 whole square whole under root. By just simple arithmetics we can calculate the value of x as 2.4. So out of these given options, option B, that is 2.4, is the correct answer, right? Now let's move to the next question. A current population of city is 11,02,500. If it has been increasing at the rate of 5% per annum, what was its population 2 years ago? Now we have to understand the question actually. Present population he has given, but he is saying that what was its population 2 years back, and the population is increasing 5% per annum. Now for such type of questions, how we will proceed? Let's see the solution. Now for the solution, what is the mechanism we have adopted? See here, let 2 years back population was x. So we have assumed the population of 2 years back time, right? So if that population was x, then since population is increasing at 5% per annum, this is given in the question, so x plus 5% of x, that is x multiplied by 5 divided by 100. So this comes out as x plus x5 divided by 100, right? We will solve this. By solving this we will get 21x divided by 20. So this is our first equation. Similarly, population of second year comes out as 21x divided by 20 plus 5% of that, right? Because in the first equation we have calculated out the population of first year, that is 21x divided by 20. So similarly 5% of this is this has increased in the second year. So similarly we will apply the same concept here, 21x plus 21x divided by 20 into 5 by 100. So this comes out as 441x divided by 100. Now as per the given condition, the current population is 11 lakhs 2500. So this we will equate this with second equation. So 441x divided by 400 is equal to 11 lakhs 2500. So from this equation, by just simplification, we will get the value of x as 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs is basically was the population which was 2 years back. So out of these questions, so C is the right answer, right? Now let's move to the next question. P and Q are positive integers and P by Q plus Q by P is equal to 3. Then P square by Q square plus Q square by P square is equal to how much? Now this we have to find out. Now for this question, let's see the solution. We have to just square the given equation, that is P by Q plus Q by P is equal to 3. By squaring on both sides, just apply the formula a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So first term, that is p by q whole square or p square by q square, plus second term q square by p square plus 2ab, that is 2 into p by q into q by p. So here p and p cancelled out, q and q cancelled out, right? So and is equal to 3 square, that is 9. So what left? P square by q square plus q square by p square is equal to 9 minus 2, that is 7. So this is the value basically. So out of these given questions, option B is the right answer. Okay, now let's move to the next question. The least number of squares that must be added so that the line PQ becomes the line of symmetry, right? PQ is given and we have to maintain the symmetry. So in this case, we have to just fill the different portions so that the shape towards the left side should be in symmetry to the shape towards the right side. So let's move to the solution. As you see here, in the given figure, first block is given, but on the left side it is missing. So we have to add this here, second block, right? So first block we will add here. Similarly, against this black, we will add second block so that that can be symmetric. In the third, here black is given, so we have to add here on the right side, that is third block. And here fourth block is given, so we have to add black is given, fourth block here we will add. And similarly black is given here, so we will add here fifth block, right? And sixth block is given on the left side, so we have to add the sixth block on the right. So in this way, by adding the 6 blocks, we can make the shape of both sides as symmetric, right? So out of these options, C option, that is 6, is the right answer. Now let's move to the next question. Consider a square sheet of size 1 unit, side 1 unit. In the first step, it is cut along the main diagonal to get 2 triangles. In the next step, one of the cut triangles is revolved about its short edges to form a solid cone. The volume of the resulting cone in cubic units is dash. So for this question, we have to actually imagine the figure. So see here, square sheet is given. Let that shape is ABCD, right? Square sheet is there. So what he is saying, along the diagonal we have cut that sheet, right? And each side is given as 1 unit, right? So after cutting from the diagonal, what we get? BCD. So BCD shape, triangular shape, we will get from that sheet, where BD is 1 unit and CD is 1 unit. Now what he is asking, that along the short side short edge, we are revolving this shape, right? So if we are revolving BC, then see here, by revolving BC across BD shortest edge, we will frame this cone as BCR, right? This is the cone which is actually framed by rotating across the BD, because this is given to us that along the short edge it has to be rotated, right, to make a solid cone. So now this is a simple cone, and the formula of cone is, we all know, volume of the cone, that is PQR, can be easily, if some cone is PQR, then how we will calculate its volume? 1 by 3 pi r square h. So as per given condition, r and h are given as 1. So putting values in above formula, so we will get the volume as pi by 3. So out of those options, option that is first, pi by 3 is the right answer, right? Now let's move to the next question. Corners are cut from an equilateral triangle to produce a regular convex hexagon as shown in the figure. The ratio of the area of the regular convex hexagon to the area of the original equilateral triangle is, we have to guess, right? So for this again, now this is the shape which is given to us, equilateral triangle, and from that we have framed one hexagon, right? So as you know, in the regular hexagon all the sides are equal, right? And since it is cut from the equilateral triangle, so if this is x, each side is x, then again the equilateral triangle is cut from these three portions, x, 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 right? And similarly hexagon as each side as x. Now area of the equilateral triangle is under root 3 by 4 side square. So this is the formula, and here side is 3x actually. So area of the triangle ABC is equal to under root 3 by 4 3x whole square. So this comes out as 9 under root 3 by 4 x square. Here side of the hexagon is equal to x. So area of the hexagon is comes out using this formula, 3 by under root 3 by 2 side square. So side is x. So by putting the value of x, that is side as x, we will get the value as 3 root 3 by 2 x square as 2. Now dividing equation 2 by 1, because the question is asked as area of equilateral triangle to area of hexagon to area of equilateral triangle. So dividing equation 2 by 1, we get area of hexagon to area of equilateral triangle as 3 root 3 by 2 x square. 9 root 3 by 4 x square is equal to 2 by 3. So correct option is A, that is 2:3, right? So this is the ratio. Now let's see the ninth question. In a class of 5 students, P, Q, R, S and T, only one student is known to have copied in the exam. The disciplinary committee has investigated the situation and recorded the statements from the students as given below. Statement of P, R has copied in the exam. Statement of Q, S has copied in the exam. Statement of R, P did not copy in the exam. Statement of S, only one of us is telling the truth. Statement of T, R is telling the truth. The investigating team had authentic information that S never lies. Based on the information given above, the person who has copied in the exam is, so we have to find out the person. Now such questions can be easily calculated out by using the tabular method, right? So we have to analyze the given statements as per the this table, right? So what we have to fill in the table, we have to test statement of each one, and depending on the given conditions, some can be true, some can be false, right? And according to that, we have to find out the person who has copied in the exam. Now, as per this condition, if we carefully study that out of these 5 students, only one has copied in the exam. This is one of the information, that only one has copied. And second authentic information is that S never lies. That S never lies, right? So S never lies means S always speaks truth. So this is the condition we have given. So if S always speaks truth, then what S is saying? Let's see. S is saying that only one telling truth. Now, since S never speaks lies, we have to analyze its the statement of S as only one telling truth. So S is actually true here, because he never speaks lies, and also he is saying that only one of us is telling the truth. If only one is telling the truth, it means S is speaking the truth and all others are speaking lie, right? So this is the first 2 columns we have framed here from the given information. Now let's test statement of each one. Statement of P says R has copied, but since P is telling lie, so R has not copied. So we will mark it as cross. Statement of Q, S has copied. So again, statement of Q is false. So S has not copied, right? So we will mark it as S as cross. Now third statement. Statement of R, P did not copy. Now since R is speaking the lie and he is saying P did not copy, it means actually P copied. So here we get the first clue that P copied. So we will mark it as right tick. Against statement of S we have taken into account. Now statement of T, R is telling the truth. So since T is telling the lie, so again R is not telling the truth. So from these statements of these 5 persons, what we get the clue that P can be the suspect and R and S are not the suspect, or they have not copied. And since no one has given clue about Q and T, so there is ambiguity about Q and T. But one thing is sure, that P is, as per these given conditions, P is the suspect who has copied. So out of these 4 options, so second B, that is P is the person who has copied, right? So B is the right answer. Now let's move to the next question. 4 points P with the vertices 0, 1, Q vertices 0, -3, R with vertices -2, -1, and S with vertices 2, -1 represent the vertices of a quadrilateral. What is the area enclosed by the quadrilateral? So again, since vertices are given, the best method is to roughly draw the points on the x and y axis. Since P is given as 0, 1, so we will mark circle here, 0, 1. Again Q is given as 0, -3, so 0, -3 we will mark here. Then R is -2, -1, so R is -2, -1, we will mark here. And S is 2, -1, so 2, -1 here. So we will join these points, and by joining we have framed the quadrilateral actually, right? Now he is saying about the area. What is the area enclosed by this quadrilateral? Now since vertices are given, so best method is to apply the formula of triangles to calculate the area, right? So as you see here, the area of PQRS, RQS can be area of PRQ triangle and area of PQS, या QSP, right? So these two triangles, the area of these two triangles will make the area of this quadrilateral. So here we will apply the formula area of triangles, that is area of triangle is given as 1 by 2 x1 coordinate x1 into coordinate y2 minus coordinate y3 plus coordinate x2 coordinate y3 minus y1 and plus coordinate x3 y1 minus y2. So using this formula, coordinates we have given, that is p is equal to 0, 1, it means first one is representing x and the second one is representing y. So we will put the values here according to first triangle, and by putting the values, as you see here, p is 0, 1, so we will put 0 here, x1 is 0, y2 is minus 1, as you see here, this is y2, and y3 is minus 3. So again we will put here all the values and we will calculate the area as 4. Similarly, putting the given values in triangle QSP, we can find out the second area of the second triangle. So that comes out as 4. So total area will be area of sum of area of these two triangles, that is 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. So correct option is C, that is 8. Now in this question, one important thing is that whenever we are calculating the area of the triangles using this coordinate approach, then we have to maintain the sequence, that in what sequence we are taking the coordinates. Since we are taking in the first triangle in the anti-clockwise way, that is PRQ, so similarly in the second triangle we have to follow the anti-clockwise pattern, right? QSP, right? If we take the one as clockwise, another one as anti-clockwise, then naturally their area will be different. It can be minus 4, and when we will add, then it can cancel out, okay na? So that's why here what we will do, we will maintain the same sequence in the two triangles, right? So correct option is C, that is 8. Now we will take a few general English questions. They are also asked in the aptitude test. So first question is, mosquitoes pose a threat to human life. Controlling mosquitoes using chemicals may have undesired consequences. In Florida, authorities have used genetically modified mosquitoes to control the overall mosquito population. It remains to be seen if this novel approach has unforeseen consequences. Which one of the following is the correct logical interference based on the information in the above passage? Now this passage is given, according to these 4 statements are given, we have to find out the most appropriate one. Now in the given statement, we have to thoroughly analyze the given statements, right? And when we analyze thoroughly that, we get some clues that controlling mosquitoes using chemicals may have undesired consequences. So this is first conclusion in the sentence breakup. And see in the second breakup, we have in Florida, authorities have used genetically modified mosquitoes to control the overall mosquito population. And in this statement is saying it remains to be seen. It means there is no concrete conclusion that these modified mosquitoes have any unforeseen consequences, right? So if we analyze the 4 statements here, then last one, that is using chemicals to kill mosquitoes may have undesired consequences, but it is not clear if using genetically modified mosquitoes have any negative consequences. So this is the only statement which follows these 2 sentence breakups, right? And other statements does not follow these given conclusions, okay? So now let's move to the next question. Mr. Robin speaks dash Japanese dash Chinese. So in these questions, what we have to use? We have to use the appropriate combination. As you see here, the rule says that a nor usually follows neither. So in the options, given option, neither and nor are given. So nor always follows neither. So neither nor is used when choice is negative, right? So Robin speaks neither Japanese nor Chinese. So correct option is C, that is neither nor. Now let's move to the next question. Question 13. A dashed investigation can sometimes yield new facts, but typically organized ones are more successful. The word that best fills the blank in the both sentence is, so we have to find out the correct option. Now what he is saying, a dash investigation can sometimes yield new facts, but typically organized ones are more successful. So he is saying that organized approach always gives good results or they are successful, but dash investigation can sometimes yield new facts. So again, let's analyze it thoroughly. When we analyze it, see the meaning. The timely approach gives organized approach. Consistent is part of the organized approach. Systematic is part of the organized approach. But the first one, that is mentoring, is indirect approach. So here mentoring is the most stable word. It means a mentoring investigation can sometimes yield new facts, but typically organized ones are more successful. So option A is the correct option, right? So next, let's move to the next question. From where are they bringing their books? Dash bringing dash books from dash. The words that best fill in the blanks in the both sentences are, so we have to fill up from the given options. So again, let's analyze this statement. So as you see here, this first blank, from where are they bringing their books? Dash bringing. So first blank is representing, actually signifying some person, right? Dash bringing dash books. Again, second blank is representing the persons, and books from dash, and third blank is representing place. So out of these three, first two are representing persons and third one is place. So out of these four options, option B, that is they are bringing their books from there. So B is the correct option. Now let's move to the 15th question. A recent High Court judgment has sought to dispel the idea of begging as a disease, which leads to its stigmatization and criminalization, and to regard it as symptom. The underlying disease is the failure of the state to protect citizens who fall through the social security net. Which one of the following statements can be inferred from the given passage? So again, we do the breakout of the given statements. Now in the given passage, if we thoroughly analyze that, we find out that the underlying disease is the failure of the state to protect citizens who fall through the social security net. Now this particular statement is following the same approach which is given in the B option, that is beggars are created because of lack of social welfare schemes. So again, in such type of questions we have to thoroughly analyze, and if possible then we have to do the statement breakups and then according to those statement breakups we can analyze one by one the given options. So option B is the correct option here. So this was all about. I hope this first set of aptitude test series was helpful to you all. Thank you. Thank you all. Thanks for listening. I hope this brief tutorial was useful to you. Do share your views in the comment box regarding this shared information. If you have any specific question or suggestion, do share in the chat box. It will be our privilege to address your suggestions. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you all. Thanks for watching.